Grace, the producer.
Welcome to The Method, real talk for real people. And this is always me, Dee Marie, standing in for MCCC, Catherine Hickman. And if you're excited like I am to be here, let me hear you make some noise. This episode of The Method is sponsored by Better Community Development Incorporated, The Business Experts, Denman Hamilton and Associates CPAs, Miss Lady Magazine, and St. Andrew United Methodist Church, Little Rock. It's time for the talking to begin, y'all. You're listening to The Method, real talk for real people from St. Andrew. What's up, Dee?
Hello, welcome to The Method, real talk for real people, and I'm Deidre Lee, your host for today's episode. The Method, real talk for real people is one of the many mission and outreach programs of the Arkansas Conference of the United Methodist Church. The Method Real Talk for Real People has a United Methodist connection through St. Andrew United Methodist Church and Better Community Development Incorporated. We're grateful for its support, and we just want to say thank you. We appreciate all of our sponsors, and we want to encourage our listening audience to check out the website of the Arkansas Conference of the United Methodist Church at www.arumc.org. I repeat, it's www.arumc.org. We'd like our listener audience to know that the Method Real Talk for Real People is based on the 22 questions of personal reflection by the founders of the Methodist movement in America and Great Britain. John and Charles Wesley, when they started their Holy Club when they were students at Oxford. Each show's topic is based on something pertaining to these questions. Today's question is the Holy Club question 12. Do I get to bed on time? And do I get up on time? So today's show topic is the method to rest. So, Dee Marie, you want to introduce our special guest today?
You know I'm going to introduce my girl. Today we have Miss Kristen Lewis, who is an opera singer and native of Little Rock, Arkansas. She is a graduate of Lawrenceburg High School in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, where she was a cheerleader and on the track team. And then she came back to the Natural State, where she went to college and got her Bachelor's of Arts degree in vocal performance from the University of Central Arkansas. After graduating from UCA, she got a master's degree in vocal performance with emphasis in opera from the University of Tennessee. She is the daughter of Dr. Raphael Lewis, political science professor at Philander Smith College, and Reverend Betty Lewis, ordained elder in the Tennessee Conference of the United Methodist Church. And it doesn't stop there. Her sister, the Reverend Dr. Tamara Lewis, is also an elder in the Tennessee Conference of the United Methodist Church, and she is an associate professor of Christian heritage at Perkins School of Theology on the campus of Southern Methodist University. She lives in Austria and is the founder and director of the Kristen Lewis Foundation. She's going to be our empowerment guest for today's show, and she's going to tell us what's going on with the Kristen Lewis Foundation. Let's welcome Miss Kristen Lewis.
Thank you for having me. Yes, as I've been so graciously introduced, my name is Kristen Lewis. I am a native of Little Rock, Arkansas, and it is always a heartfelt joy to return to my home state and city to be with all of those whom I love and know so well. As mentioned, I am the founder and director of the Kristen Lewis Foundation, which was designed to encourage and empower young musicians pursuing careers in opera performance. In my career of performing opera roles on stages across the world, I have decided that I'd like to give back and thought how best I could use my talents would be to go home and share my gifts with those whom I feel are most deserving of scholarships and encouragement and performance opportunities in ways that I can provide opportunities for them. So I'm here for rest, which is part of what is today's episode, and also to plan the following projects of my foundation.
Okay, so what are some of the projects you got going on?
In 2015, we began giving scholarships away to singers between the ages of 18 to 24. This year we gave 5 scholarships away. The top scholarship was an all-expense-paid trip to Vienna, Austria.
Wow.
Which is where I'm living. In order for this young singer, to have voice lessons and coachings and acting lessons.
So that's like the America's Next Top Model opera style kind of prize package going on?
Something like that, yeah, something like that. And besides that, we are planning our 2015 gala concert, which will take place on the 22nd of November here in Little Rock at the Wildwood Performing Arts Center. And the money raised will be going towards the 2016 scholarship program, and also we're going to introduce a national competition.
Oh, wow, so you're going national with this?
Yes.
So the focus, just to let our listening audience know, is it strictly opera that you're looking for? No Broadway, no, kind of let us know the genre that you're focusing on when you're looking for your scholarship recipients.
Eventually, we would like to include other genres, but this is our inaugural year, essentially, and we are focusing on young musicians aspiring to be performing artists in the genre of opera performance.
Oh, okay. So eventually, y'all hope to give a scholarship to a cellist to help her get through Juilliard or something like that.
I think that would be fantastic. I think that the possibilities are endless, and therefore, the more that we can do in terms of helping young musicians, the more we will do as the funds are available to us. And as long as I'm able to continue giving, I will most definitely do so.
So you guys, in this segment, we're going to talk about the importance of rest. So here's what the Bible has to say about rest. The Bible has a lot to say about rest. It's a repeated theme all through Scripture. Rest is talked about the creation week in the book of Genesis. It's also mentioned in the book of Exodus and Leviticus in the 10 Commandments. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. God is not playing about rest. So let's see what the United Methodist Church believes about rest.
On the United Methodist Church website, what we believe, it specifically states not getting enough rest is a negative personal lifestyle factor that negatively affects our health. It states failure to exercise and relax adequately is injurious to the health. So, Ms. Lewis, what's your thoughts about what I just read?
Well, I can't agree with it more. I think that this is speaking directly to me, especially in my lifestyle of traveling constantly with very long hours of study and practice, and then rehearsals and performances. It all goes better when I've rested adequately, and when I haven't, it adds to my stress levels. So I definitely agree, and I definitely believe that I could do better.
So MCCC, how do you feel about the question as well?
I agree as well. I think it can negatively impact every single part of your life. I know from personal experience, it just kind of makes you feel like everything is out of whack.
All right, you guys, it's been a blast, but we need to take a break and hear from our sponsors. But before we go on break, I have one question. Do you guys like the method? You're listening to The Method, Real Talk for Real People on 88.3 KABF, the voice of the people.
This empowerment message has been presented by the staff and crew of The Method. Saving money is something that people need to get into the habit of doing, even if it's just to a $500 emergency fund. Here are some suggestions on how to get that started. According to AmericanSavers.org, there are several things that can be done to save money. For instance, save your loose change. Put away just 50 cents a day. That's right, I said just 50 cents, 2 quarters a day. Next, keep track of your spending. And last, wait 24 hours before making any large, expensive purchases. Do some detailed comparison shopping and save as much money as you can on that purchase. This has been Xavier Wilson from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm glad to be doing my part in being a part of The Method. Real talk for real people.
This empowerment message is sponsored by St. Andrew United Methodist Church. Here are some suggestions that might be helpful if you want to make new friends. It's always good to greet people with a smile. Be respectful and listen. Listen to their story because everybody has a story. This is Roy, Master's of Divinity student at Perkins School of Theology, and I'm glad to know that St. Andrew United Methodist Church supports The Method, real talk for real people.
Like The Method? Then follow us all the time. Like The Method on Facebook, hit us up on Instagram, or follow us on Twitter at The Method Podcast. It's easy. By doing this, you are empowered to ask our empowerment guests questions, give us immediate feedback on the show, gain access to empowerment information, see listings of the music used for the show, and post pictures and shout-outs. We look forward to your posts and tweets. Thanks for supporting The Method, real talk for real people.
What's up, Arkansas? We're back. You're listening to The Method, Real Talk for Real People, and we've been having a meaningful conversation about the importance of rest. For this segment, we'll be talking about the health benefits on getting enough rest. According to the U.S. National Institute of Health, this is why sleep is so important. Sleep plays a vital role in good health and well-being throughout your life. Getting enough sleep qualifies at the right times, and it can also help protect your mental health, physical health, quality of life, and safety. Studies have shown that once you get enough sleep, you are able to learn more and retain more information and knowledge. The way you feel while you sleep depends on what happens while you're sleeping. During sleep, your body is working to support your healthy brain function and maintain your physical health. In children and teens, sleep also helps support growth and development. The damage from sleep deficiency can occur in an instant, such as a car crash, or it can harm you over time. For example, ongoing sleep deficiency can raise your risk for some chronic health problems. It can also affect how you think, act, work, learn, or even get along with others. So, Ms. Lewis, what do you think about what I just said?
I agree. Again, I believe that sleep makes the difference between having a good day and a bad day most days. I know from my own experience, if I'm tired, I'm not able to be as productive at work. I'm not able to sing as well. I can be a little bit cranky, but with a good night's sleep, I am able to do my best at work. I give my best to others, so I couldn't agree more.
I see Dee Maria's notion in me, so we're going to take a break and let's pay some bills. You guys, you're listening to The Method, Real Talk for Real People on 88.3 KABF, the voice of the people.
This empowerment message is an offering from the staff and the crew of The Method. It's hard forgiving people for the injustice they cause in our lives, but only through forgiveness that the healing process can begin. Here are some suggestions on empowerment to begin the pathway to healing. Understand that the person that has wronged us may not ever apologize for the pain caused, so don't wait for an apology to start the healing process. Look for positive ways to process what we may have been through. Go through counseling, take a painting or creative writing class, start a new hobby. Finally, realize that the pain and anger will go away with time. This is Jamie McAdoo from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm glad to be a part of The Method, real talk for real people.
Like The Method? Then follow us all the time. Like The Method on Facebook. Hit us up on Instagram or follow us on Twitter at TheMethod3. It's easy. By doing this, you are empowered to ask our empowerment guests questions, give us immediate feedback on the show, gain access to empowerment information, see listings of music used for the show, and post pictures or shout-outs. We look forward to your posts and tweets. Thanks for supporting The Method, real talk for real people.
SMU Perkins School of Theology is more than just a theological school. It's a community of people who want to improve the quality of life for people. Perkins School of Theology is committed to the mission of preparing men and women for ministry in church and society. You don't have to be a pastor to be a student. There are several degree programs that you may want to choose from. Not only is Perkins one of the leading theological schools in North America, but it's a place that supports and nurtures students like me to fulfill our passions, to serve with creativity, innovation, and urgency. If you're interested in discerning your call in your life, please contact the admissions office at 1-888-THEOLOGY or email your interest at theology@smu.edu. Herbert Coleman would love to talk to you. This is Dina Hamilton, Masters of Divinity student here at Perkins, and I am so glad that Perkins School of Theology supports The Method, Real Talk for Real People.
What's up, Little Rock, and we're back. Thanks for tuning in to The Method, Real Talk for Real People. We had a perfect segue to our empowerment break, and we're back with Real Talk. For this segment, we'll be talking about the importance of getting up on time. According to Forbes magazine, there are some reasons on why it's important to get up on time. You get better grades and you're more productive. You can anticipate and minimize problems throughout the day. You can make time for exercise and quiet time for yourself. You also get better sleep, and you can also be more positive. So what do you guys think about that?
Well, the obvious way that comes to my mind is setting an alarm clock. But you know what? I find sometimes when I have something very important happening the following day, I can focus on the time I need to get up. And somehow I will wake up earlier than that time, partially out of the fear of being late. So
you get up early because you're afraid of being late.
Yeah, because of oversleeping.
Okay, so you're waking up early, but you're stressed.
Well, that
How's
happens.
that good?
Well, it's not good, but, my job is very, very stressful. And, besides everything that just comes along with the job itself, being late to rehearsal is an absolute no-no. There's zero tolerance for that. So if I have something very important going on in the morning or a very important rehearsal in the morning, it happens now. It's just a part of it that I will sometimes work up too early and then won't be able to go back to sleep.
Okay, well, I want to go back to that because, Deidre Lee read earlier about what the Bible said about rest, about how important it was.
Yes.
We don't take that seriously enough, do we?
I don't think so. I think that in society, when we're so goal-oriented and we feel the pressure of work or responsibility, family, job, it can be overwhelming and it affects how we rest. I know that I don't rest well enough because I'm thinking about what has to happen the next day or the next week or the next month or even sometimes the next year. And I think it's kind of a skill. I don't think that it's something that comes naturally when we're programmed to just perform, to give, to be the best that we can be. It's also a process to try to get into the rhythm of turning off and taking the time to not just sit in a chair or even lay down, but really consciously turn off.
Turn off the light switch in your brain.
In your brain.
So how long do we do that? 10 minutes? 30 minutes a day? I mean, do we take quiet time a little bit each day, or do we just set out this day where we just rest? I think it may be easier for us to take out the little bits each day, don't you?
Well, I think that that's probably practical. And I've been told by someone in this room I'm in the conversation with right now, that 10 minutes of meditation can make a huge difference.
It does.
So if she's right about what she's saying,
I need to practice what I write.
Then yes, I think that, if you're right, then yes, it will make a huge difference.
Okay. What you think, Deidre Lee?
Rest is very important. When you don't have enough rest, you feel drained. Your day can be dragged.
We argue.
And, your attitude's bad. And, you need enough sleep so you can have a productive day.
What about you, Cece?
I think all of what's been said is very true. I think one of the things, though, that helps me get up on time is getting your body onto a routine. You have to work at it, though. It's not just something that's going to come easily or naturally. It will in time, but it's one of those things where you have to set your mind to it. You have to say, I'm going to go to bed on this time, I'm going to get up on this time. And if you do it enough, it's kind of like your body just gets set to a certain time. I know, like, personally, I don't even have to set an alarm clock sometimes, but the day that I stay out too late or the day I sleep in is where it all gets messed up.
It's been great, but you guys, we got to pay bills. We need to hear a few words from our sponsors. You're listening to The Method, Real Talk for Real People from St. Andrew.
If you have a hobby or passion that you want to turn into a career, contact the business experts at Denman, Hamilton & Associates CPAs to make your dream a reality. With over 25 years of combined experience, you can be empowered to focus on your passion and business while the business experts maintain your payroll, keep up with important financial filings such as workers' compensation, file your income taxes, both personal and business, and help with other important personal and business financial matters. Give the business expert a call at 501-229-8806 or visit their website at dhacpa.com for more information. Don't forget to like Denman, Hamilton & Associates CPAs on Facebook and follow them on Twitter for more information on financial empowerment. This is Kafi Hunter, and I'm glad Denman, Hamilton & Associates are a part of The Method. Real talk for real people.
This empowerment message is sponsored by New Horizons Foundation, Incorporated. Being bullied is no laughing matter. If you find yourself a victim of bullying at your school, here's some suggestions for empowerment. Tell your principal. Let your parent or guardian know. If nothing has been done to your satisfaction, tell the anti-bullying task force in your school district or juvenile criminal division. A positive learning experience leads to achievable and educational results. This is Max Whitfield, resident bishop of Perkins School of Theology, and I'm glad to know that New Horizons Foundation Incorporated supports the method, Real Talk for Real People.
This empowerment message is sponsored by St. Andrew United Methodist Church. At St. Andrew United Methodist Church, we appreciate the gift that diversity brings, so we'd like to give a few suggestions on how others can accept diversity in their local communities. It's always good to treat people you meet like a friend, and while getting to know that person, it may be good to find out what you have in common. And finally, realize that people matter, and that their ideals and cultures can add meaning to our own. This is Dina Marie Hamilton, Masters of Divinity student at Perkins School of Theology, and I'm so glad that my family of faith supports the method, Real Talk for Real People.
What's up, Little Rock? And we're back. You're listening to the Method, Real Talk for Real People on 88.3 KABF, the voice of the people, and the people have spoken. So, Ms. Lewis.
Yes.
Would you give us your final thoughts on the show today?
Well, I think that what we can all take with us from today's show is that we should all put effort into getting enough rest so that we can be productive people, we can be the best in our work and our jobs, and most importantly, we will be giving the best to ourselves.
So I have another question.
Okay.
So will you be able to practice what we talked about in your daily routines and with you traveling and everything?
It's something that I definitely need to work on, and I will. Thank you very much.
All right, then, CC, take us home.
Sure, Deidre Lee, I can do that. You've been listening to The Method, Real Talk for Real People on 88.3 KABF, the voice of the people. This episode of The Method is sponsored by Better Community Development Incorporated, Restoring Lives, Rebuilding Communities, the business experts, Denman, Hamilton, and Associates CPAs. Make an appointment with the business experts today. Miss Lady Magazine, Where We Are, Where You Are, and St. Andrew United Methodist Church, where we're people helping people. Executive producer, Kristen V.C. Knox, produced by Deborah Bell, Amory Jones, C.E. McAdoo, and William Robinson Jr. Technical directors, T.J. Macklin and Doug Pierce. Technical support provided by St. Andrew United Methodist Church. This episode of The Method was hosted by Deidre Lee, is written and created by Dina Marie Hamilton. If you want to make a difference in the community, do it by following the G Code. Do no harm, do as much good as you can, and be a good person and a neighbor. That's the United Methodist way, and it can be yours too. This is your announcer, MCCC Catherine Hickman, thanking you for your support and being down with the method. The Method, Real Talk for Real People, is an Opportunity Knox production.
This empowerment message is sponsored by Better Community Development Incorporated. When we disagree and feelings are hurt, it's really hard to make peace with the person who hurt you. Here are some suggestions that you may want to consider if you want to reconcile. The first thing you might want to consider is getting to the heart of the issue. We need to own up to our mistakes and identify ways to make things better. This is Ruben Abito, Professor of World Religions and Spirituality at Perkins School of Theology. And I'm so glad that the Better Community Development Incorporated supports the method, Real Talk for Real People.
The staff and crew of the Method has analytically formulated this empowerment message for you. One of the 22 questions of personal reflection from the Wesley Brothers Holy Club is question number 22. Is Christ real to me? Well, guess what? I'm going to answer that question. Christ is real to me because I have the assurance of God's love, and that's why I courageously serve God and God's people. Christ is real to me because my faith has allowed for me to overcome trials and circumstances in my life. And finally, you. You are a part of the reason why Christ is real to me. Because Christ is real to me, you're listening to The Method, real talk for real people on 88.3 KABF, the voice of the people. This is Dina Marie Hamilton, and I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I am so glad to be a part of The Method, real talk for real people.
If life circumstances have not allowed you to finish high school, then guess what? There's help. St. Andrew United Methodist Church has a GED instruction and English as second language programs that can help people meet their educational goals. The members of St. Andrew United Methodist Church recognize the benefits of education, and they want everyone to have the best chance that they can at life. For more information, contact Jenny Duncan at 501-562-1891 or email her at jenny.duncan@arumc.org. I'm Cindy Pierce from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm glad that St. Andrew United Methodist Church is a part of The Method, real talk for real people.
This empowerment message is sponsored by Better Community Development Incorporated. If you want to get involved with hunger relief in your local community, here are a few suggestions. The first thing you may want to do is teach people how to prepare nutritious and expensive meals. Or you might want to volunteer as a SNAP volunteer to make sure that people who are eligible know how to receive benefits. And finally, have your church or organization have a feeding program for children. Children that don't eat can't learn, and every child deserves a fair chance at learning. This is Katie Nelson, Masters of Divinity student at Perkins School of Theology, and I am glad to know that Better Community Development Incorporated supports The Method, real talk for real people.
Like The Method? Then follow us all the time. Like The Method on Facebook. Hit us up on Instagram or follow us on Twitter at TheMethod3. It's easy. By doing this, you are empowered to ask our empowerment guests questions, give us immediate feedback on the show, gain access to empowerment information, see listings of music used for the show, and post pictures or shout-outs. We look forward to your posts and tweets. Thanks for supporting The Method, real talk for real people.